Hello my beautiful people, how are you all doing? It's your lovely girl Chidima. She's right back and she's back to stay. I'm super excited. It's been such a long time. I've been away from YouTube and I've missed you guys. I have missed this YouTube so much. I have just missed everything and I cannot wait to get back into it. So here I am. Oh my gosh, so it just feels so unreal. Like I literally had just this emotions just getting my tripod up again, because I just felt it's been such a long time and I've just been like, do you know what, just relax, you're gonna get back to it, just relax, don't worry, it's all for the best. And certainly it is for the best, because right now I'm back just like I never left. Anyways, welcome back again everyone to my YouTube channel. And what have I missed? What have I missed? Anyways, so I've got lots of things I need to say today and I just don't want to waste any much time, as I always say, but you know. Anyways, so I have a very beautiful announcement to make. Drum roll. Drum rolls! Drum rolls! I made it! It passed! I am officially MC Optom of the United Kingdom. MC Optom in the UK. I am super excited. You can tell how happy I am at the moment. Just bubbling. It's just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Do you know what? I cannot get over my win, because honestly my younger self did not see this happening. Like my younger self did not see us like traveling out and being international, like, and this just tells me, damn it, you have got it, girl, you've got it, anyone watching. And like the world is just such a large place. Anyone can take on whatever they want to do, take it up, you know, just desire it in your heart and bring it to life, and you've got nothing to stop you. Your only limitation, the only limitation you have, is the one you place on yourself. I've got it on my wall. So it's just amazing to be back again, and yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm super excited. Honestly, you have no idea. I feel like if you have been through this process, you can tell that every win deserves a celebration, and not just some small celebration. You need to celebrate yourself because you've gone through it. It is such a process. It takes such energy, effort. It's just a lot of things involved. And I'm super excited to know that, like, literally I started this and we've come to the end of it and it was successful. That's all that matters. I don't care how long it took. I don't care what I had to do, how much I had to make, how much I had to pay. Everything just seems so insignificant right now. I've got all I wanted to get and that's all that matters to me. Do you get what I mean? So it's just amazing, such an amazing feeling, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it is an amazing feeling to just like be that little girl who didn't even know that this process existed, and obviously stumbled into it, took it up. It was quite a challenge, and just got it right, you know. So looking back at when I started, I just wasn't too sure about, you know, how everything was gonna go. I just thought, oh, this is such a big deal. I don't know, like, obviously it is my profession, but obviously I do feel like it's also such a big deal as well, because PRE REG is such a moment. I feel like it's such a drilling time, and coming from where I came from and also matching up to the UK is a lot different. The standards are different, so it's just a huge step up, and I'm just super excited that we got it right. So I can just say, honestly, based on this experience, it's opened my mind a lot to just know, look, there is absolutely nothing that you cannot get. There's absolutely nothing that you cannot get if you put your mind to it. anyone out there who's thinking, oh my god, this is such a big process, or this is like a big deal, or like, you know, I've just got so much to do, I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's worth it. If you put your mind to it, you're gonna get it right. You're gonna have lots of challenges, but it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, just like when you have, you know, when they always say, you know, the birth pain is just so painful, but when you get the baby, you feel like this deserves everything and all your pain is gone. That's exactly how I feel. I remember so many times I had to cry, and so many times it's just like, was so overwhelmed, and I just felt, oh my god, like I don't even know what is all this, like is this worth it? I just kept asking myself the questions. I doubted myself at some point, and I just felt like really down. And now I'm like, do you know what, it was worth everything. And it was painful. I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but at the moment I'm so glad that we've gone past and we are out of the tunnel into the light. Generally, I will say, when I started pre-reg, I had so many challenges. Well, I wouldn't say challenges. The challenges I did have, obviously, like, were quite different, quite different. I had challenges with like all the stages of, it's basically the whole process to the exam, of the exam and the qualification. I had the challenge with my, you know, basically my supervisor, one supervisor I had previously. And but do you know what, I can sit here and speak about every challenge I had, and I don't feel like it's going to be helpful. I feel like, if anything, it's just going to make you, it's just going to like put fear out there, and that's not what I want to do, because it's just not helpful to be afraid in any way. My pre-reg was okay. It was good. It was a good process. One thing I've learned about pre-reg is that this is just a moment of that bears you up. So pre-reg for me, I can say, bears you up, like completely. I feel like pre-reg is a refining fire. Like, it's just the whole process. You can't have any weakness lurking in somewhere or anywhere. Like, it just opens up every weaknesses you have, it puts it out there, it just refines you completely. So in pre-reg, there's just no room for weakness. There's no room for, oh, I don't know this, I don't know that. Like, anything you don't know is literally going to bring you down. So and the way it's just the way it's strategized is just such way that like every part of your professional life is put into consideration, from like speaking to patients to speaking to your colleagues, and just all the things that all involved. Like, I honestly think about it, pre-reg is so detailed. I've never seen anything as detailed as pre-reg. So if you get through pre-reg, trust me, you're gonna feel like you've got gold. Just same way, like obviously gold is refined so much, and before it comes out, it becomes like something really beautiful and appreciative of, you know, anyone who sees it. That's exactly how you're gonna feel when you finish pre-reg. So I'm super excited that I've gotten to that end, and I'm just like, I think it was all worth it. One of the things that I've considered, one can consider or can have as a challenge, is the fact that you can prep so much for an exam and still fail. Like, it's just so annoying. I basically just thought to myself, one can actually work hard and still not get it. Like, it's just, for me, I feel like that's exactly what pre-reg can do. Like, you can work so hard and just still not get it at the end, you know, in terms of like maybe like an exam or anything like that, you could actually still fail. But it doesn't mean that that's not the end of the world at all. Like, absolutely not, it's not. So for me, what I would just say is, when you get to that point where you feel like you've put in so much effort and it's just not coming back to you the way you expected it to be, just relax. Honestly, just calm down, because it's happened to the very most of us. Like, I don't know how many people went through pre-reg and didn't fail. Like, almost everyone who's gone through pre-reg has failed at some point. But at the end of the day, like, it's just part of the process. So if you feel like you've gone through a very particular, you know, stage, or and then like it just didn't go well, like, calm down. Just know that you're not alone. One thing I would advice is like, make sure in all the things that you do, never lose your joy, because I feel like joy is brings so much strength. And if you begin to feel like, oh my god, like this is just terrible, when you fail, it's like you're gonna have lots of negative thoughts going through your mind, and also you're going to be at that position where you're even doubting yourself. So you just be thinking things like, oh, I'm never good enough, or everyone just does this exam and goes through, I'm the only one who like doesn't get through, like every single time I always have to fail. Like it's just, I feel like the devil is just so wicked in such a way that like if that ever happens to you, and if you keep dwelling on it, it will keep multiplying. Like it will just keep getting wider and wider and wider and bigger and bigger and bigger, and your energy will keep draining. So for me, I'll just say like, just try and relax, like relax. Try so hard not to lose your joy. Like in the midst of it all, just understand it's life, it's just the way it is. You're not the only one. People have gone through this, they've failed, they've picked themselves up, and they've actually still kept moving forward. If they could do it, like you absolutely can. And you know what, I always remember when people say things like, if I can go through it, you can. And in my head I'm thinking, nah, you have no idea what I'm going through. But now I can't even believe that I'm at that point where I'm thinking to myself, if I can go through it, anybody can. Like absolutely anyone can. Even if you feel like you failed a couple of times, like it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It absolutely is not the end of the world. Just pick yourself back up and stay available. Like make sure you stay available, because that's really important. Like make sure you put yourself out there in terms of like practicing, joining some groups or some courses, and like trying to get better, you know. Because personally I feel like one of the things that really helped me scale through, especially with my OSCE, was I had obviously some failures as well, but at some point I just thought to myself like, what am I supposed to do right now? I just knew like taking more courses would not be helpful, because it wasn't, I don't feel like it was more about the knowledge at all. Like I felt like the knowledge was there, and you will get to that point where you feel like you have the knowledge, but it's just like the specific things, the specific requirements that are needed for a certain exam, and you need to be able to like get yourself into the strategy and into understanding like what the assessors are looking for, and making sure that you're implementing all those requirements into your strategy, so that like once you open your mouth, like everyone just knows, yeah, that's what I want to hear, that's what I want to hear. Because a lot of times people fail, it's not because they don't know what it is, it's just sometimes there's a lot of expectation, especially there's a different expectation from the assessor and a different thing that they're receiving from you, and they're thinking no. So I just don't, I mean, it doesn't feel like a fair exam, I completely get it, but at the same time it is what it is. Like you just need to like get it and just like crack on. So one of the things you could find challenging with pre-reg is like just finding yourself going or becoming broke, or like just not having any money in the process. Like honestly, like I just feel like you just need to understand that this is a very demanding process. Sometimes you might feel like, you know, some courses and you need to pay, and you need to obviously incorporate that alongside your bills and everything. So sometimes it might just be a lot, and it's okay. I'm telling you, it's absolutely okay. So I would just say like, do what you have to do until you're able to do what you want to do. So like if you just honestly, whatever thing you need to do, if you need to cut down on anything, like cut down on getting your nails done, you know, cut down on like doing anything else, like you buying the things that you would normally buy, just to get it right, you know, and just to be able to like get through and, you know, be able to afford to do like pay for courses or one-on-one coaching or anything at all, like just do it. But also I want you to know that like you're not alone not having money through the process. It's definitely going to get better, so don't worry. I feel like maybe some people might be thinking like, oh my god, I don't even know if this is worth it. I left my job in Nigeria and I'm here and I'm literally broke and I'm just doing this thing. Like trust me, it's okay, it's absolutely fine. Like don't overthink it, just do what you have to do, pay what you have to pay. Even if you don't have so much to get you through, just keep managing. It's going to get better, trust me on this one, okay? So what I did particularly was, because I thought, oh my god, like I just can't afford to feel this again. So I met this friend. I felt she was she was like good in this whole thing and in the whole like OSCE, and I said, please, I just want us to like have a one-on-one conversation, like help me, let's see what I'm not doing right, what is it I'm missing out, especially with like history and symptoms or communication or like, you know, data interpretation. Like, so we literally every night, she just really sacrificed her time for me, and then she just helped me. We went through history and symptoms. She was like, no, this is the strategy, you need to do it this way, you need to do it this way, like you need to write this down, you need to, you know. So I just thought it made so much sense, and that was the game changer. I'm not even gonna lie, like that was absolute game changer for me, because I thought, okay, I've been doing this way, I've never actually considered this way, but let's do it this your way. And so I took that on, and then we, you know, I just kept practicing and practicing. So practice with most of my friends, like obviously not just practicing, but practicing in with a good strategy to be able to, you know, get yourself into a really good pass level as well. So yeah, that's exactly what I did. So for me, I feel like just understand your personality, understand like your, you know, your abilities, understand like where you are at, because sometimes you could just don't fall into the temptation of like doing what everyone is doing, in terms of like, oh, everyone is paying for this course, everyone is paying for that course. Absolutely, they are all amazing, they're all good. But if you come to the point where you feel like, do you know what, I've done this course like 2 times, I don't really think it's going to make that much of a difference. Maybe you need to re-strategize. You maybe think like you may need to like find a one-on-one coach and just say, do you know what, like could you help me with this? Like I don't mind, I'll pay you, you know, just take me through it. I just want to make sure I've got the strategies right. I just want to make sure like because sometimes when it's like a group thing, it's a good information you get, or it may not be enough for you, if that makes sense. You just need someone to be able to like pick your faults and say, no, you're not doing this right, no, do it this way, do it that way, say this, don't say that, just be a bit more straightforward, don't be around the bush, you know, things like that. So like I personally feel like that would be so helpful. That really helped me. Honestly, that was a game changer for me. A one-on-one coach was just the best thing I had ever done. But yeah, but like at the end of the day, like just stay strong regardless of any fails you get. I feel like that's like the biggest challenge anyone can have. Amidst anything else or any personality issues you might have, like with people around you, your store supervisor, whatever it is, like I feel like the most draining of it all would be like failing an exam. So it's just so annoying, because not just that you have to practice or, you know, put your effort to go through it again, it's just so you have to pay a lot of money as well to be able to get through. So but that, I feel like the money is not even the problem. Like if you have to pay the money and just know that you're gonna get it straight up, that wouldn't even be a worry at all. But it's the fact that like if you pay and then like it just doesn't like work out well, you still have to pay again and things like that. So but just think about one-on-one coaching. It will be so helpful as well, as well as being available to practice with like your friends, your colleagues, like anyone who is willing to just like keep your head in the game basically. So I feel like that would be a really good thing to do. The one other thing I would like to say is, if you're Christian, I would encourage you, stay on the side of God, because obviously this is a really good thing, and the devil always knows how to want to destroy something good. He just always knows that like he just, you know, like he doesn't want to see you succeed and things like that, and he's always going to keep trying. They want to capitalize on any fails that you have and just make you feel like you're not good enough, or make you begin to doubt yourself, or even doubt the whole process in general. So stay on the side of God. One thing I know that I did when it was just so many things, like I was just always overwhelmed in this whole process, but I feel like I just was on the side of God. Every single day I'm praying, like I'm just doing everything I need to do to like make sure that like I'm on God's side, like I'm with God, because if anything, it is a very 200% assurance that God will never leave you. Sometimes it's hard, it's very difficult, especially in cases where you feel like you're working so hard and it's just not working out. Like you keep thinking to yourself, like, where is God in this situation? It's even more painful where you feel like you're praying so hard, you're fasting, you're doing everything that you need to do, and it's still not going your way. So honestly, trust me on this one, it's happened to the most of us as well. And I want you to know that it does not mean that God has left you. God can never be unfaithful. He can never ever, in capital letter. And if you can just know that even though like you're in that situation, that you're definitely going to get out of it. Like, you probably don't know when, but definitely it's going to end, and it will end well. So like with God, like everything is possible. So just keep doing your own bit. Keep praising him, keep praying, keep dancing in his presence. He will fill your heart with peace, with strength to get through every struggle. I feel like that's exactly what happened to me. Like, I just felt like when I had myself in that situation where I felt it was so difficult, I just didn't know how else to like express myself. I didn't even know what the future held for me. I would always pray, I will always dance, I will always praise God, and I'll be like, God, this is so hard. I literally still remember some time when I was just praising God, and I was just crying. I was like, God, I'm so tired, but it's okay, I'm just gonna praise you regardless. So I just, you know, I would praise God, I would pray, I would just stay on it, I would put my effort, like so much energy. And I know, like, sometimes it feels like it's such a big deal. Like, it feels like, oh my God, it's not pre-reg. Like, why are you making this a big deal? It is a big deal. It is definitely a big deal, because this is your life. It is your professional life. It is your life. This is your means to make money. This is your means to become somebody. So trust me, if you decide, I feel like anything worth doing is worth doing well. So if I'm going to be here, I might as well do it properly. Do you get what I mean? So that's how I feel with this whole thing. That's why I feel like it is a big deal. There's a reason why, you know, like you're working so hard, and it's painful, because if you love something and you want to have a good outcome of it, and it's not going well, you're going to get really pained, because you've put your energy, you've put your time, you've put everything. Do you get what I mean? So like, I feel like it is so worth it. Yeah, so the Bible says, rejoice in hope, patient in tribulation, and be constant in prayer. So for me, like, all through these trials, do whatever you have to do, adapt to whatever method you feel is best. Personally, for me, I'm the kind of person where I feel like if I'm going through a lot, I just don't need too many people around me. I just want to be calm. I just want to go back into my shell. I want to be in my space. I want to just be there. Not depressed, absolutely not. I just don't want to hear anybody else's opinion. Like, I just want to be there and just keep praying, keep praising, keep studying. Let the few people I can let in that I can take, you know, that kind of thing. But anything else that's going to like make me feel anxious or like, or you know, fearful, I just lock it out. Like, I literally lock it out. I, at the times when I was going through this, I can rarely even make calls. Like, I just wasn't that person who wanted to like chat anything else. Like, I just wanted to be in this process. If you're not adding to my life, please do not call me, you know, that kind of thing. And it's not, I feel like that's the way I am. And you need to understand how you can deal with whatever issues you're going through, so that you can be able to like come out much more stronger, and you know, be able to like obviously face the challenges that is set before you. So yeah, all these things for me, I feel like it's just something you need to know, that it is a challenging process, but if you stick with it, you're going to get through and you're going to be great. Okay, this video was just basically to just thank everyone who's been checking in on me as well, and just put out there, like, it doesn't matter the challenges that you're going through. Like, it can be a difficult process, you know, for some people. Everyone's journey is so different. You need to understand that, and it doesn't matter what you have to do to get through. Just go through it, and then just know that, like, you know, you're putting your own best effort and you're becoming better. Like, oh my gosh, can I tell you that when you get through pre-reg, you're going to be so much better optometrist than you've ever been in your life. And it even gets better from there, because you're so confident you can do anything. You can take on the world. I'm telling you, you can take on the world. Honestly, it is just worth it in the end. That's all I wanted to say. I'm open to whatever thing you would like me to make a video about. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, take care everyone. Bye bye.
you.